No clickbait. As you can see the videos on the screen, we'll play the story. Quick message. If you're going through a challenging time in life, you're lacking motivation and you're questioning yourself, just feel like your drive is off, or if you're in a relationship and it's just hard, like everything is just a challenge right now, I would urge you to stand to the end. However, if you just want to watch the story and want to leave, it's fine. The only thing I ask you to do is hit that like button before you leave. Please hit the like button before you leave. And as always, I know my day ones and the people that rock with me, I know y'all gonna hit the like button right now, and I greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into this tragic story.
Residing in Detroit, Michigan, Jevon Miller was a 19-year-old mother to her 3-year-old son Christian. Her family describes her as photogenic, funny, and very loving. She loved everybody. Everybody that knew her knew she was a silly person, but she loved them with all of her heart. Being inspired by her mother, Jevon was working on becoming a nurse. Jevon was in a relationship with Virgil Brown. Virgil is also the father of Christian. On the night of May 30th, 2024, Virgil and Jevon had an argument that led to Virgil shooting Jevon and their son Christian. Detroit police were called at 6:44 a.m. May 30th, 2024, to the area of Whitcomb and Tyreman Avenue on the city of Detroit West Side for reports of a shooting, and once on scene found Jevon suffering from a gunshot wound to the head, while her 3-year-old son had been shot in the neck. Detroit police say an altercation between Jevon and her boyfriend, Virgil Brown, escalated outside their apartment.
Okay, quick message. Listen, unless it's self-defense, which I highly doubt that was the case, in this situation, you shouldn't be unaliving your partner. Now, y'all a team. Y'all should be working together. Now, I know life gets hard, it gets challenging, especially if you got somebody on your neck and y'all at each other all the time. If it gets heated, just walk away for a second. Let them know, hey, I need some time to myself. Walk away, get yourself together, go for a drive or something, get yourself together. Once it's heated, just shut it down. It ain't gonna do neither one of y'all no good shouting at each other. In fact, it's gonna make it worse. But we'll get into more of that later. Let's continue.
When medical officials arrived, they pronounced Jevon dead and rushed their child, Christian, to the Children's Hospital of Michigan. Although Christian suffered critical injuries after being shot in the neck, he is on the road to recovery. Firefighters reported that Christian's mother Jevon died shielding him during a shooting.
Act of sacrifice. A 19-year-old mother died shielding her toddler during a shooting right outside their home.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. Jevon Miller's 22-year-old boyfriend is now facing charges. Detroit police responded to the shooting last Thursday at Whitcomb and Tyreman. Miller's 3-year-old son was shot in the neck, but he survived because of his mother's final act and because of the quick action by first responders.
Oh, this story now new this morning. 7 News Detroit reporter Ryan Marshall's joining us live in Detroit with their side of the story. Ryan.
Well, what a tragic situation here on the city's west side. A young mother meets her terrible fate at the hands of her boyfriend. She sacrificed herself, wrapped her arms around her son to protect him. And now the incredible story of medics who moved heaven and earth to try to save this little boy and keep him alive. Detroit firefighter medic Jacob Heidish on the left and his partner Matthew Kunaz, not on camera, are being called heroes for their actions in saving the life of a 3-year-old boy who had been shot in the neck.
We got up there, immediately I see there's 2 down.
They rushed to the corner of Tyreman and Whitcomb on Detroit's west side within 6 minutes of the shots fired call. They discovered 19-year-old Jevon Miller shot dead and her son fighting for his life.
The assessment, there's no pulse, he's apneic. So I started CPR, initiated compressions right away. The partner comes with the jump bag so we can start giving ventilations. But there was no time to waste, so I picked up the little boy, ran to the ambulance with him in my arms.
Jacob feverishly continued working on the boy while Matthew rushed to a nearby hospital. Fighter medic Ryan Tetro, seen here on the right, met the ambulance team at the hospital. Minutes now becoming seconds.
We all get out. My partner, Elijah Smith, starts ventilations. Once I pull him out the stretcher, and we rush him right into the ER room.
The boy was finally in the care of emergency room doctors.
Ryan actually came out of the recess room to give me a hug and actually told me, he goes, "You did it, man. You got him back."
Christian is now being taken care of by Jevon's mother, Tanisha Hawkins, while trying to heal and adjust after Jevon's unexpected death.
In a million years, I hear a phone call like that. I watch it on TV, but never I actually have to experience it ever.
Tanisha Hawkins met with me to share about her daughter, Jevon Miller. She lost Jevon to gun violence 1 week ago today, and each day she's been trying to cope, trying to process her untimely death. 19-year-old Jevon was shot and killed after Detroit police say an altercation between her and her boyfriend escalated. It happened outside their apartment at the corner of Wickham and Tireman. Investigators say 22-year-old Virgil Dan Brown turned himself in.
The fact that you left my baby outside like trash.
Hawkins says Jevon was anything but that. She says her daughter was working on becoming a nurse like herself and was full of life.
Describe Jevon.
She's very photogenic, very funny, very loving. She loved on everybody. Anybody that knew her knew that she was a silly person, but she loves you with all her heart.
Close to Jevon's heart, her 3-year-old son, Christian, who police say was also shot by Virgil Brown, his father, his own flesh and blood.
I could see in his face that he don't have no remorse for what he did.
Christian, who is being treated here at Children's Hospital, suffered critical injuries as a result of being shot in the neck, but his loved ones say he is on the road to recovery.
At this point, how is Christian doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah, great. Thank God. I keep thanking God every day. And first thing I wake up is thank God because he's doing so much better.
She's praying Christian isn't paralyzed and that he doesn't remember the incident that now has them raising a voice for Jevon and others who may find themselves in an abusive relationship, be it physical or emotional.
I wish I knew more. I wish he would have told me more to where I could help her.
A person that put their hands on you, they don't love you. I don't care what you say. A man that put his hand on a female, that's not love.
Absolutely not. If you see the signs,
bro,
get away immediately.
In Detroit, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Investigators said 22-year-old Virgil Dan Brown turned himself in. Brown was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, assault with intent to murder, second-degree child abuse, carrying a concealed weapon, and 3 felony firearm violations.
All right, like the video if you have not liked the video. Condolences to the family, the mother, grandmother. You all stay strong. Christian, fighter. I mean, Christian is a fighter. Little man made it through. I'm praying that he heals spiritually, emotionally, physically, and I'm praying that he does some phenomenal things in his life. And also condolences to anyone who she impacted positively. Like the video if you have not liked the video. Now let's get into it. 22 years old. I don't think if I have any people that's young, like 18 through 30, man, I don't think y'all understand how young y'all are. Do not throw your life away. Don't throw your life away. If I can be 22 again and know everything I know now, boy, it would be a big plus. Do not let anybody make you feel like you old. Heck, I'm not even old compared to some of my mentors, but man, if you do think you in love and it's not working out for you, don't feel bad. At 22, I'm not even attracted to the person I was attracted to at 22. So you may not even be with that person. So don't take it too personal. Next, if life is challenging for you. Now I know things stacked up, stuff is hard. You go to work, the money ain't adding up. You working hard, but you won't even have much money left. You coming home, if you're in a relationship, they don't have much money left. They going through whatever they're going through too. And you know, it's just like a hostile environment. The kids, you come home to kids, or the kids come for visitation, and kids don't understand. They want you to play all the time with them, and they want you to be consistent with it. So they don't understand when you're going through something. And it seems like if you focused on something else, they really gonna try to get your attention. Either they're gonna be more aggressively coming at you to get that attention, or they're gonna sneak off and do something they don't have no business doing, which is probably gonna frustrate you more if you're going through something. Listen, you only get one body and one mind. So I don't care what you've been through in the past. The past is history. We got to get you back up to speed, because you can't jump into somebody else's body or somebody else's, and you can't get nobody else's mind for you to correct yours. So day by day, you got to start making good decisions. You got to pour into your mind. And I tell you what, a lot of the issue is with a lot of people that do crazy stuff is boredom. Think about it. When you are bored, you think you do some of the craziest stuff and you have some of the craziest thoughts. Now, I'm not saying don't spend time reflecting and stuff like that, but too much boredom is not good. You're going to become destructive. So some people, you may need to go enroll back in school, take up another class, take up a trade, or you need to get a job or get another job so that you can occupy your time. Think about this. If you're destroying your body, you know what you do behind closed doors to destroy your body. I ain't going to put nobody on blast, but if you're destroying your body, how can you do that when you at work? Now, some people do come to work high, but you can't be high all the time. You might slip through there a couple of times and do it. But if you occupying your time and you being productive, it's going to decrease the amount of time you have to be destructive. So you need to work on that. And then with your body, you know, you got to eat good, go to the gym and stuff like that to make sure you're straight, because you only get one body and one mind, and you can't swap it. You're stuck with the one you got. And I know sometimes you have all this stuff in your head. You got all these issues. You don't want to talk to nobody about it because they might laugh at you or they may judge you, especially if you're a man. That's why I always suggest counseling and therapy, because it's anonymous, like confidential, rather. It's confidential. So you go there, somebody to talk to that shouldn't judge you and get you on the right track. And again, you may have to go to different ones because it's not a one size fit all. When I say different ones, if they don't match your cultural background and don't understand where you come from, they may not be able to help you because they see in the world from their lens, which might be different than yours. But it gets frustrating for everybody. So don't feel like you're alone. It's just different levels of frustration. You know, even the billionaires get frustrated sometimes. You might not believe that, but yes, it's different frustrations for everybody. It's different stress levels for everybody. So try not to feel too sorry for yourself. And also, if you're in a relationship with somebody and it's just hard right now, it's just a challenge, you also start pouring into each other, like pouring into each other in a positive way. You know, the man or the woman are already coming home. They're already tired of it, bills behind and stuff like that. Start pouring positive into each other. You know, start speaking about the good things they're doing. Start speaking about the good traits they're doing. Motivate them to go out and make something better themselves. Now, if you with somebody that just don't have the drive, then that's a whole different ball game. You know, the person got that, the potential has to be there or what have you. So that's something only you know that. Lastly, if you're in a relationship and you really don't want to be there, I've been there before. Relationship, I couldn't leave because I couldn't afford to do my stuff by myself. Couldn't afford it. So if you're in that type of relationship and you know you don't want to be there, it's playing on your mental health, it's eating away at you every single day. You're sitting in the car 30, 45 minutes before you go in the house. Your homeboys or your homegirl, they've been ready to go home. You trying to start other conversations to prolong stuff because you don't want to go back to that house. If that's you, you got to work harder to get yourself out of that situation. If your credit messed up, you got to get your credit fixed. You got to do all that to get yourself out of there. And leaving you being with somebody just for the heck of it because you can't afford to stay on your own. You got to work harder. Even if you got to pick up a second job or you got to do Uber or Lyft or whatever, DoorDash or whatever to earn extra money, you got to go back to school, get another trade, and then get a trade or whatever you got to do to better your situation. You need to do it because you know it's tearing your mental health up. I've been there before. You know y'all ain't a good match. You know you really don't want to be there, but you're stuck because you can't pay the bills on your own. So you got to go harder and plan to get yourself out of that situation. That's what I have for you. Like the video if you have not liked the video. If I missed anything that can help anyone, please drop it in the comment section. It doesn't matter if it comes from me or it comes from you. It's just about helping people on this channel. Also, if you're into this type of content, please subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when we drop the video. Also, if you know anyone that can benefit from this video, please share it. I greatly appreciate that. I love shares. You all also comment and let me know what y'all think about the situation. I would love to hear what you all think about the situation as well. Like the video if you have not liked the video. Again, condolences to the family. I pray little man becomes something amazing that you all can't even conceive right now. And I pray for healing and peace and understanding for everyone that was impacted. On that note, I am out. Like the video if you have not done so. Be blessed. Peace.